I'm Ken Deemer. I'm with Los Angeles Social Venture Partners. And on behalf of your three hosts, LASVP, the Social Enterprise Institute, and the USC Stevens Institute for Innovation, I want to welcome you to our first Social Innovation Fast Pitch and Showcase. We've got a really terrific program for you today, and we're confident that you're going to leave here educated, activated, and inspired. So we've prepared some lovely programs for us, and I'm not going to go through that in detail, but as you'll see, we're going to begin with a keynote speech from Jonathan Greenblatt, and I'm going to introduce in just a few minutes. Then we're going to have a panel discussion on creating high-impact, mission-driven organizations. And then we'll go into our main event, which is the 3-minute fast pitches from our 10 finalists in this competition. And they'll be presenting not only to you, but to a panel of 6 judges who are going to score them. And at the end of that, we're going to award prizes, as you know, 3 cash prizes for those. And I'll have more to say about that as we get up to it. And finally, we'll have a chance to network and among ourselves, the sponsoring organizations, and of course the presenters, who are all going to have little tables and displays in the rear of the room. Let me ask everybody, if you would, to please put your cell phones on stun. And let's see, can we get the lights up just a touch? The first thing I want to do is I want to acknowledge that LASVP, who is one of the sponsors of this event, we have a number of our members in the audience. And I'd like to just ask all of the SVP members to just stand for a minute so we can see who you are. So, Los Angeles Social Venture Partners is a diverse group of 50 or 60 individuals with a passion for making a difference. Not just by contributing our dollars, but by investing our time, our skills, and our money in innovative entrepreneurial nonprofits and helping them to grow and succeed. Contrary to how our name may sound, we're not a venture capital fund, but we do pool our resources and we make grants, multi-year grants, to deserving organizations. And then we assist them in the areas such as strategic planning, board development, governance, marketing, finance, and other areas where our partners may have skills or resources. We also put on a number of educational events and programs, small gatherings to large ones like this fast pitch. And we ourselves grow to have more impact, be engaged, and to be better informed about philanthropy and issues in our communities. And we have a lot of fun doing it. So if any of you would like to learn more about what we do, we would invite you to come and spend some time at one of the tables that we have set up in the back. Now, we at LASVP, the Social Enterprise Institute, and USC Stevens have worked with numerous business leaders and entrepreneurs, both for-profit and not-for-profit. And we'd like to share with you some observations. If you are a for-profit entrepreneur starting or growing your business, you have a wealth of resources to help you with that process. There are entire ecosystems of advisors and consultants, investors and peers to help you along that way. There are groups like Tech Coast Angels who offer not only funding but advice and guidance to small businesses. There are meetings, conferences, and networking events almost daily where you can go and meet others doing similar things, get advice and contacts and resources. You can walk into any bookstore and you'll see entire departments devoted to entrepreneurship and starting a business. In fact, business schools themselves have departments devoted to for-profit entrepreneurship. But social entrepreneurs have very few of these resources available to them. In fact, they seldom network among each other, let alone with a larger business community. But yet they have the same needs and challenges of any entrepreneur, that of finding capital, talent, and other resources to launch and grow a successful business. And what they lack in the way of resources, they often make up for with extra passion, extra persistence, and when they succeed, they change the world. Often, the issue is really a lack of understanding, because most any business professional will be delighted to share his or her skills and wisdom with a social entrepreneur but often they don't know where to start or they haven't been asked. And you nonprofits, you know that you know well how to ask for money, but oftentimes you don't know how or don't know where to find someone that can help you with other things such as strategy and governance and finance and marketing. So our goal, one of our goals today through this event and through this process is to really start to build more of these connections, more of these networks, more of an ecosystem combining for-profit and non-for-profit entrepreneurs to help each other. So let me take a little poll. Let me see, raise your hand if you would consider yourself to work primarily in the for-profit sector. Okay, quite a few. How about primarily in the not-for-profit sector? All right, almost an equal number. So I would say that we are accomplishing one of our goals. At least you're in the same room together. And we hope today to show you more ways to engage and work together and to take action. So now it is my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today, Jonathan Greenblatt. And as you will see from your programs and his bio, he has devoted his career to driving social change. And we're not talking about small issues here, but global problems such as providing clean drinking water across developing nations. And he has created very innovative approaches that have driven massive attention, dollars, and other resources to attack these problems. Where's Jonathan? Okay. So one thing that I'm sure you don't know, Jonathan, is that your story actually has had a pretty profound impact upon my own personal growth as an investor and philanthropist. Because you see, about 8 or 10 years ago, when Jonathan was creating Ethos Water, he approached me and Tech Coast Angels to look for funding for this venture. We shined him off. Because, you know, the notion that someone would invest money in a business whose strategy was to give away much of its profits to support the water projects around the world was just too far-fetched for us at the time. My philosophy had been that I was going to look for investments that offered the highest possible financial return, and then I would take some portion of that return and find worthy causes and worthy organizations to support with it, two completely separate worlds. Well, today, there are numerous examples everywhere you turn of organizations who do well by doing good. And the lines between for-profits and not-for-profits are blurring. There are new structures being created. There are social enterprises that are businesses within nonprofits which raise revenues to help defer the need for contributions, and other hybrid structures that actually allow investors to invest in social entrepreneurs to raise capital and for investors to earn a return. So when I look at an investment opportunity today, I still ask the typical questions about management, opportunity, and sustainability. But I also ask one additional really important question, which is, you know, if this business succeeds, what will be the impact on society? And I have Jonathan to thank for that. And I hope that his story will inspire the rest of you as well. So please join me in welcoming and thanking Jonathan.